the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Oh, 1 2, oh 1 2. Oh 1 2, oh 1 2.
Break it down. Break it down.
Oh 1 2, oh 1 2.
Break it down. Break it down.
Oh 1 2, oh 1 2.
CAT scan when my building fell down on the rat scan. People sold a super on a trip to the P now. While I settle off the shores of the Long Island. My father's clean, I mean my mind is clear when I transmit. I am the man of the family cause the pants fit. I want to let forensics prove that I can mince groove with the thread from Leader Water Hate. Wanna say salutation to the nation of the Nubians. We about to place it in that 3 feet of stew again. I got the frequency to shatter Mr. Jones' perm. I got a hail of other honeys cause the short term valley and a scorn for the shoddy in the jacket. For the brother means the nigga when he packs it. So get your butt out the sling. I start Muhammad floating up, that means I'm deaf. So like the autograph and sign until the break.
Weigh the 18 mil, even still, sack a bag of troubles, make a single double, loop the coin and join the minimum wage. I had a plan if I was the man, I project, lay it low and leg mad cassettes. I uncondition my ways of the everyday sunset, waging my days to the one bet, cause your breaks I have the capital case. Weather mine, out of line, I breeze into the early morning. Freak the wake call, I get a tap on my shoulder, cause the days of the breaks be just about over. The arts of the six won't play my bag of chips.
Welcome to the Poetry of Justice Show with Jackie Ray Phillips here on YikesRadio.com and AccelerateRadio.net. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the Poetry of Justice Show, this is where social consciousness meets the arts. And what we do is we select topics that spark the interest and awareness of social diversity, ranging from arts, entertainment, and social justice at large, leaving our listeners thinking and saying
YikesRadio.com.
Guys, that's a pretty good sound. That's a really nice sound, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the sultry sounds of my mentor, the Mr. Kevin Nash. And ladies and gentlemen, I always like to give a very special shout out to Mr. Kevin Nash, because if it were not for his brainchild here at Accelerated Radio, it would be impossible for me to do what I so love to do, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday nights. Saturday nights are just such a fun time for me, ladies and gentlemen. I just love to come here on the Poetry of Justice Show. It just does something to my spirit. But anywho, I'm just going to keep on going, and I want to give a very special shout out to my sponsorship, and that is the benefactor, ladies and gentlemen, Lori G in the house. How you doing, Queen?
I am doing great. It's wonderful to be back.
What did it feel like to put those headphones on?
It felt great.
Yeah.
It felt like, wow. I got 2 hours to just chat it up.
Just do the thing, all right? I know. It's just, yeah, anyways, the Poetry of Justice Show, ladies and gentlemen. We are in our 8th season, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is something to scream and shout about. I'm going to scream and shout. Mm-hmm. What about you, Lori?
Absolutely.
What about you, Rashid?
Hoorah.
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 We're going to have a good time tonight. I know I'm going to have a good time tonight. And it's just about having good times at the good time night. So, anywho,
let the good times roll.
Here, right? Sissy, how are you?
You know, I'm excited because you have news to share.
Go on.
You gotta tell everybody about your new arrival.
Oh my goodness, holy
About that
cannoli.
beautiful little
That
arrival.
little stinker butt. His name is Jace, guys. And so he is my grandson, and he's a cutie pie. Yeah, have you ever, he's Jace, that's all I can say, but he's so cute. He's so cute. But I don't want to just keep saying he's so cute just because he's my little grandson. Some people
No,
might
he's
be
not
like,
my little grandson, but he's so cute.
But you're so close to us.
I know. I'm a great aunt. So
I
excited.
know. I told you, isn't it fun to be a great auntie?
Yes, it's great.
I'm
A great auntie.
I got 2 little great nephews, and my cardio is just wild. But we've been having some good times. I'm sleep deprived, but this is this new. I am being a hands-on grandma. It's turning out.
Hands-on. Do you
Or
like being hands-on?
Granny. Some
Is
people
that
like
good?
to call me people. Some people like to call me granny.
They like to call you Granny.
And I'm accepting it. And so what I tended to do is I thought about the Beverly Hillbillies.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Do you remember the Beverly? Do you remember? Rushy, we got to get that in sometime. But do you remember the Beverly Hillbillies, Lori Ray?
I remember them. I used to like that. Jed Clampett.
Jed Clampett.
Jed Clampett.
The Beverly Hillbillies. You remember? Was that her name, Granny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her name was Granny. Granny.
I think of her.
There was Granny and Jeffro.
But Granny. But
and
now,
Ellie Mae.
hold on.
But you
know
don't
what,
look
sis?
like Granny.
Now that I think about it, think. Granny was a baller. Granny was living in Beverly Hills.
Granny was living in Beverly
Granny had
Hills.
an oil well that got her from wherever the yikes she
Yeah.
came from.
From where she came from?
She's up in Beverly Hills.
She's in Beverly
In
Hills.
the kitchen being Granny. So,
Shooting the rabbits in the backyard.
I don't know, guys. Is that Granny? We should have a show called Grannies.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a granny? Do you like granny?
I love being a granny.
Or do you like the word granny?
No, my grands
you know
don't
me.
call me granny.
Oh, shit, but I did.
But I guess there's nothing wrong with granny. I've known some grannies.
Yeah. I have to.
You just like you could be a next
My mother-in-law
level,
was
a
called
next
that.
generation granny.
New millennium.
You could redefine
I mean, not
it.
even
You
new
could be
millennium.
the
It's like
the new age granny. Because I don't think grannies are like how they used to be.
Yeah,
Like when I
guess
hear
so.
granny, like Rashid, when you hear the word granny, what
What'd you think,
image
Rashid?
comes to mind?
granny.
Okay.
GRANNY. Just to kind of give you some
a granny.
reference. Let's look it up.
I mean, like when I think of granny, I think of my actual grandmother, who's like around 60, and then you got the typical, rocking chair, back
See?
when
That's what I be sitting in.
reminiscing back on about the good old days, back when times were somewhat simple, not so simple for us, but yeah, that's what I think about as a granny.
Sounds so good, guys.
You don't
That
think
makes
of
me
like,
granny
you know,
You don't think so?
flashy nails, designer suits.
Nah, because my grandmother.
Lavish trips.
Yeah, I
That
wish I
granny
could do
in it,
that.
that-
God, I wish I could.
That's
do
you.
that. Trips I know of. My
Nah,
God.
because literally.
Yeah, it is when I come to your house. That's
My
everywhere I go.
grandmother-
You're right. It's lavish. It is lavish at your house. Go in the pool,
The koozie.
Go
Get in the koozie.
Get in the koozie.
I mean, literally,
Koozie.
the only thing my grandmother likes to do, she does not like to fly. So basically, anything that involves flying, she would rather not do.
Okay.
She would rather drive, and like she would rather do a cross country trip, which is brutal. But
She likes to drive cross country.
she would rather drive than fly because she
Got it.
hates to fly.
But has that always been for her, or is that something she acquired when she became a
No,
granny?
it's always been there. She's always hate hate to fly. We've had a couple of times where like we kind of like made her fly, especially when we're going to places. But it's like if the option is there to drive, she will pick to drive. Otherwise, she will get on the Greyhound bus and bus there.
Greyhound bus.
She does not
Greyhound
care.
bus. I remember going downtown LA to the Greyhound bus station. Who did we go down there to get?
Who knows? So many people.
All right.
I've gone. Yeah.
Yeah, Greyhound.
Greyhound bus.
XRadio.
We picked up. I think the last time I was there was Eric's cousin Dawn. Remember Dawn from Michigan?
I do.
She took the Greyhound
Here.
from Michigan. That was crazy.
But
But,
there's always different modes of transportation,
There are.
and it's great to have that.
I think it is. I've never taken. Well, I've taken the Greyhound bus, but not like that far, right? But I think it's a great way to see the countryside, right? We drove. Remember, we were children from Florida to California.
Yeah.
That was a journey.
I don't know if I'd like that now. I think I'd just like to
I don't
keep
know.
my ass
I think I would
at home.
At home. If I did that, I would.
That's so
I would
bad.
want to
Is that
sign
sad?
up.
And you can just watch it on TV and pretend you're there.
No.
That's how
I would want to sign up for an RV journey. Like that would. I think that might be cool.
like a catered one, like a chartered.
It would have,
Charter
But you drive across country. You could put up, see the earth, the land. All of that.
Going on those big bridges and shit, stuff. Yikes!
You could, in your RV.
I like Lori.
I don't want to be the driver. I want to be a
I need to know
passenger.
who this person is. I need to see all their credentials. I need to make sure. I want to see who their grandparents were.
Not their grandparents.
I need to know it all, Rashid.
I mean, like nowadays, you gotta have all this information because you don't
girl,
know
anybody could say
exactly.
anything, girl. You mess around and be on there with the hills have eyes. Next thing you you on the other side of some fucking mountain with a granny for show.
The other side, yeah. The hills have eyes. I
I'm
haven't thought about that in a
being
while.
dramatic. I know, Lori, you do hate that film.
I hate it.
That Lori,
I hate it.
you don't like it.
Man.
But I have a question. I have a question for the table.
Okay.
So we're talking about grannies, right? How
What about granny apples?
that could happen too. But how essential do you think the role of granny is within the black family?
I always thought that like it was like really important, mostly because like they were like the main ones that would like kind of just keep everything together. Like at a certain point, they would be the ones to actually host like the Thanksgiving, like the Veterans Day barbecues. Well, like it would be at their house, but then like everyone else would actually cook. And it's like she would sometimes cook for like Thanksgiving, maybe for like Christmas, for like special occasions. But it's like she would always get those good desserts, like the 7-Up cake, like
The 7-Up cake, the sock it to me cake.
yeah,
Right now, suck it to me.
yeah.
I want some fish.
Some fried fish.
From fish bones.
Yeah,
That'd be good right now.
that would be.
Some catfish.
No, yeah.
No.
Some black eyed peas.
Do you think that grandmothers are passing the torch and taking on those roles
Too much.
in the
New life.
the new 21st century?
I mean, like that really depends on like what age would you qualify as a grandmother, because like we have the quote unquote grandmothers nowadays that like to go out, that like to party, that like to function, that
Yeah,
like,
I think I'm like in that boat.
yeah, like because like at the end of the day they like to get down, they like to boogie, they like to
Well, just because you're a grandmother, I don't think that means you're dead, right?
no. Like, It's just that fact. We've always
And a
had
good
the
walk on the way.
we've always had the stereotypical image of the grandmother, fact, old in a rocking chair, and just being the matriarch of the family, just keeping everything together, like you saw. So
Like making peach. Yeah, I was just gonna say making peach cobbler and shit. Fucking up, leaving the rag on the oven. Big.
I don't
mama.
know. I have to say that I don't currently know any of those grandmothers. Although I know grandmothers, but they're not fitting that.
yeah, because like
They're
I
not
think
just-
like
I
that
think because
image.
first off, people have to work longer. Back in the day, people could retire. Now he's got to fucking. So grandmamas can't do
So
it too
that's one
much.
difference.
Yeah.
Granny didn't have a job.
That
Is
was
that
they don't
it?
Get that. Like mother,
Granny
No,
did
mother-
sailing, fishing all day,
I mean, like we
making guava jelly. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
the
mean-
one.
Yeah, she was.
Just partying, baby.
I mean, thankfully, my
Going
grandmother
to the roadhouse, sis.
is
Frying fish.
Yeah, but but thankfully, my
Making whole
grandmother.
cake. Making a whole cake. For real, you laughing right? She used to make whole.
No, my family did. We made whole cake bread.
Tones got to eat.
Whole cake.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm like, wait.
We on the whole new get there.
We
Rashida
did. My
said to it.
Aunt Helen
wait,
made whole cake.
Wait.
Not the Google. You know, Rashida busts out the research in a heartbeat. Boom, boom.
Hold on.
There you go. Southern hoe cakes. We would make the first one, the real big one.
Now. That's
was
about
the
right
whole
there, the big,
skillet,
the
the
big,
big
fat
one.
one.
That
Oh
was what we
Lord!
made.
Don't you remember? I got one. I want to go on the screen.
Yep.
Oh my God!
That was the whole cake.
That's it, Lori.
I know, that's
Hold on.
it.
Holy Godmother, Lori. Is that the recipe?
Yeah.
F it, dog. Give it to that fool. Oh, mean that people. And see if you can make it, son. I hope he's not letting anybody. You know what I
Self-rising
mean?
flour. You don't have to
Very
have flour.
easy.
You can go here for the formula on how to make your own
And then they got the guava jelly
vegetable
recipe.
shortening and whole milk.
And whole milk.
Lori, can we
That's
try
okay.
it? You got all the.
Yep,
You
all
got
the
all the
ingredients.
cutlery at your crib.
We do. We just put it in a skillet and
Yep.
you fry it up.
And,
Oh,
and for those that want to know how to make this, I'm gonna give you.
Give them the recipe. You
give
guys should
me
all
the
make
recipe first.
some
You
whole
deserve
cake
it.
bread.
Okay, so now
The big fat ass one, that one, right? Remember, she
Get
put
to-
the whole skillet. Remember,
Whole
mommy had
skillet.
that big ass skillet. That big ass skillet would be nothing but a big ass
chunk of
whole
bread.
cake.
Yeah, big
She
whole
would could. She could flip that mug too. Remember, she just flip that shit. I would be done fucked up. The whole house should be fucked up. Cracked the ceramic, everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, figure I'm like you gotta have that good pan.
You
in
got
order
to have
to actually do that. So you combine 2 cups of self-rising flour and half a cup of shortening in a large
Mama
bowl.
won't short them. That's why they used to sing Mama won't short them.
Cut it
That little
in
jingle.
with
You cut
a
it in
fork
with the fork.
until it looks
Makes
like
little
this.
balls.
I need that song. Every little short, then short. What's that? Everybody little short.
That's a slave song.
Then preheat oven to 425 degrees and pour a
Oh,
thin
we did
layer of
ours on
vegetable
top of the
oil
stove.
into the bottom of a
This
cake
is a
pan.
new wave, okay.
This is the new and improved okay.
And then you want this oil to be good
How they
and
get
hot.
that shit on the stove?
On a stove.
But this is where the old folk use a cast iron skillet
Uh-huh.
like you would make cornbread. However,
The hot water cornbread.
At
What?
the
Let's
time
write
of the
that down.
tutorial,
Hot water cornbread.
Mama
Let's
had
talk
yet
about
to hand down a cast iron skillet to me, so I figured a cake pan with a wee bit of wear on it is just as good. Either way, you're going to add enough oil to cover the bottom of your cake pan and then stick it in the oven while it preheats.
Yeah, while you preheat, you gotta get it
While
right.
you're doing
You gotta
that,
get the
add-
preheat just right.
Just right.
Yep, add 1 cup of milk.
But
to
are we
your-
doing this in if you're doing it in the mountains, you gotta be careful for the altitude,
That's
and you have to change just a little bit.
Yep. Add 1 cup of milk to your dry ingredients and stir with a spoon until all wet. Now, it should look like this.
And that's where it gets hard because you gotta. And my arm didn't give it out.
Yep.
No.
Yep, but it's like if you
But
got
you gotta
those-
work quickly.
Yeah, but it's
'Cause
like
kids-
if you got those new age blenders, them
Yeah, the kind Lori got at her house. Let's go do it.
them a ninja
Look at those, you gonna
blender.
fuck up my
A
shit.
ninja blender.
We get a ninja blender. How much is it? It was on Prime. Prime Day's coming up.
But if we want to go authentic,
I got off of
Helen
Costco.
never had that KitchenAid
Maybe she,
mixer.
because hers was Florida. From
Right.
Florida, where
So
they
you
didn't
just had
do
to
that.
use that good old arm strength.
All right, so
Oh, and that homemade ice cream.
and then like if you want to, you can add about a quarter of a cup more milk if need be. But what we are aiming for is soppy biscuit batter, which is something like that. Pour the batter into the hot pan. The oil should sizzle a bit when you put the wet ingredients on it. And then bake at 425 degrees until browned on top, or about 15 to 20 minutes.
What is it again in there? Is flour and what?
It's nothing but oil, flour, and milk.
Yeah, in fact, and it's oil,
3 ingredients: oil, flour.
shortening, and milk. And that's really it. And then we bake it at 425 for 15, 20 minutes.
You think?
You think it's not?
And
Rushy,
then
now,
you-
in terms of dietary compliance, if you will.
Okay. I can-
Where on the, like, if you were counting calories for, if you were a Weight Watcher gal, just saying, would this be a recommendation?
So on the calorie count, this is about 480 calories.
That's not bad.
Per serving.
Yeah, per.
Okay,
serving.
now how big is that? Service is like the piece of pie that, like the size that you get when you go to, like Marie Callender, because they've been jipping people lately.
I mean, like if you're thinking of like pizza pie that you get from like Marie Callender's, or the like deep dish cookie that like you get from Chili's.
Are
Like,
you
somewhere
putting
around-
butter on this? What are we doing with it? What are we doing with the
You're putting
big
butter,
flour loaf?
and jelly,
That jelly.
and syrup,
Oh my God.
and you're sopping it up.
Those were the good days. We used to eat.
Those are the good days. We used to eat a lot of hoe cake for breakfast.
Don't you remember that? Yeah. Lord, I'm gonna remember this.
And,
I was the
and
best.
it's like you can make it gluten free, but like that was the
Gluten
gluten.
free. Oh, I'm pretty sure Helen didn't. Helen.
Yeah, that was the.
They didn't
400
have gluten back then.
I'm pretty sure my auntie's was not gluten free. If I had to bet.
Oh no! If I look at the actual like what the actual calorie count of the whole cake was, I think like pre-gluten. Let me actually look up calorie count for whole cake.
You're like, what? They got Lord. Who got to eat?
Oh, it's gotta eat too.
Oh goodness gracious!
Oh, how many calories in a hoe cake?
Let's see. There's
But if you're eating hoe cake, do you care about how many calories are in it?
you really don't.
I'm thinking not.
Like, let's see.
Well, this is a very healthy one. It's made with cornmeal.
Yeah, so a cornmeal home cooked. It's about like 102 calories.
How was what? Which was 102?
This is
The one made out of cornmeal.
Yeah. in fact,
Oh, I bet you that's gritty as hell. Don't like Lord.
That one.
Don't like it.
Now, in fact, in a typical whole cake, you can get between like 100 calories.
100? In a typical whole cake, you can get 100 calories. What about the 500 calorie hoes? Cake.
Maybe that was for the whole cake.
Well,
Maybe that's for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, what is is there a comparison to whole cake and a pancake?
Well, those look
Eight.
like pancakes that are right up there right now.
That's not like little baby hoe cakes?
Let's see.
Those are the ones you
How-
put
how
on the
does a whole cake
stroll,
is-
or like what would you do with the baby hoe cake? Baby hoe cakes.
Okay, so the difference, because let's look at the actual history of it. Pancakes are sometimes called
Okay, yeah, how
hoe
did they
cakes.
get their name?
Okay, so pancakes are sometimes called whole cakes in the South. Most Southerners are familiar with lacy cornbread, aka hot water cornbread.
Hot water
A
cornbread.
whole cake is a rustic fried version of a pancake made with ground cornmeal.
Rustic
Yeah.
is the key. I
When-
think that's the key.
When cooked well, it is crisp golden on the edges, dense on the inside. Enough of that. And sturdy enough to stand its own with honey and butter, or paired with southern dishes such as brass collar. In 1809 book Knickerbocker's History of New York by Washington Irving first cited hoe cakes, which means they were around since at least the late 1700s.
Wow, isn't that great to know that?
Hoes or flat iron tools often doubled as a griddle before the invention of skillets and pans, but the name stuck.
7-7,
Cornbread,
y'all,
hot
7-7.
pancakes don't rise, but are rather flat and crisp. They cook best when made as small disc or in a skillet-sized cake that can be broken up into smaller pieces to make it lacy. Thin out the batter by adding more water.
You making hoe cakes this holiday season?
We are. We're having.
We should have a hoe cake.
hoe cake
Let's ask Mr.
for Christmas.
Let's ask for
breakfast.
the catering to people to bring hoe cakes here. Is that?
Yeah, that's fine.
And we can have a hoe cake.
I don't know how popular hoe cakes are now, though.
Test a hoe cake.
We could have a hoe
taste
cake
test
cook-off.
with the ladies in
I
the
mean,
chat.
like, I think like the main.
Who else do we have? You can make a hoe cake.
I would
not
bring
making a
one.
hoe
I'd bring a hoe cake.
I mean, like, you
This
might
is
see
ridiculous.
them.
I'm calling Helen though for the recipe.
I mean, like Actually, wait. Maybe Doolin's might have a whole cake.
Doolin.
I haven't been to Doolin's
Harold
in
and
a
Bell, they're gonna look at us like
thousand
we're
years.
crazy.
I know Harold and Bell don't have no hoe cakes.
But it's like Southern.
I go there
things,
often. There's
but
no
it's
hoe
just
cakes
like,
on the menu.
You maybe.
What about my deers?
Are they still open?
I think the one in LA is back up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Madeiras had more than one location. I just knew the one out by you.
Yeah.
That was the spot, wasn't it? Me, you,
We
and Keith.
burned.
We would eat at Madeiras every night. That was like
Every
our
night.
spot.
We made it a point to eat every dish on the menu. Remember we did that?
It was so good until they got a new chef. I like
you
the
and Keith,
first
it was
chef.
good. I don't know what happened to that chef. I think it was some sort of
cooked him
difference.
out.
But that chicken sandwich were
Was the
to
best
die.
to
French
die
fries
for.
on point. Sweet lemonade, my God, and little freaking chocolate cake. You just stop
It's
it.
the best. What about M&M's? Do they have whole cakes?
They might.
Remember, wasn't that an
The
M&M's we used to eat?
tri-tips
I
on
used to eat
Tuesday.
there every
Remember
day.
Tri-Tip Tuesday?
Tri-Tip Tuesday.
Papa
the one
would
in
give us
Carson.
he would just give us his friggin' card and just go. Man,
Yeah, we've never been big cookers, right?
Remember that guy? What's his name? Ashanti. He knew. He would call us up. Oh, I just put in a
I
tri
just put in a tri-tip
We just got
for
the.
you.
I'd be like, what?
Oh, Mr. B's. I've seen that somewhere.
Is that Mr. BB's down the joints?
Didn't we pass by Mr. B's? Is there a Mr. B's around here?
Are you talking about BB's? That's about.
I'm thinking BB's. We need to go. No, it's right here. See?
Yeah, it's like
I passed by Mr.
BB's,
B's.
M&M. So where you good at that?
4549 West Imperial.
Where was your ass over there?
Here in Inglewood.
He was like on a Prilla.
Umbrella. Who knows? But I knew I saw Mr. B's.
That's nice. We were gonna go there. Where they got whole cake? They got whole cake.
Hold on, hold on.
Where is it at? On Imperial.
It's here in Inglewood on
Lord, we could
Imperial.
go down on the way back. To
On the
where
way
we
home,
going.
we could get some hoe cake bread.
Yeah, I got one there.
I'm gonna be high. If they
Or maybe they
have
have
guava
some
jelly with
smothered-
it, I'm gonna just lay down and just.
Yeah, Saturday they close at 9.
be-
Oh, they close at 9. I may
We
not
can get
make
there.
it. Get that address.
right
Let me
up the
write it
block.
down. 4549.
West
I'll write it
Imperial
down, too.
Highway.
4549 Imperial.
That's gonna be so funny.
That might be good. Do they have tri-tip covered? You know, I really enjoy gravy
They got fried
and
chicken.
rice.
I'm so hungry.
They don't have gravy and
I
rice?
love some cornbread right now. I want some.
No, but they don't
green.
have any gravy and
They
rice.
got green.
Wait, hold on.
I would love some smothered steak. Remember the kind Mama
What's
used
a
to make?
turkey chop?
Remember this cube steak smothered
They have
in
Monday
gravy?
meatloaf. Yeah.
Turkey chop. Where you see turkey
Remember Mama used to do
okay.
that with rice. It's so good.
I don't know what a turkey chop is.
Well,
I don't
Turkey
want that.
chops. You can get those at
They have
Miracle
turkey
Market.
wings. I don't want those either.
okay, let's see.
I don't
What
know
about
if I'm
turkey
going
necks?
here.
Are you a turkey neck?
I'm not a necker.
Let me actually look through like all the side orders.
Why you don't like turkey neck?
So,
It's too hard to get the meat out. We
Really?
got chitlins.
Girl, I'm not eating. No, I'm not. I don't want it. I might. Let's go get some
I
chitlins,
will
dog.
not know.
I want me some. We can get some chitlins with some
I'm
grits
out.
and some salmon coke crack.
Nope.
Why not?
So they just seem to do a lot of chicken here. They have catfish and snapper, both of which I can't eat. But okay, Mr. B's. We'll just remember.
We
you.
should go to Mr. B. Says they got Kool-Aid, dog.
They have Kool-Aid.
We can just get some Kool-Aid and assorted cake. Oh, see, they all kind of cake.
Got all kind of cake, but okay.
I bet this is so good. Cobbler. I'm not
What do
even
they
gonna
have?
look
What
at
is
that.
today? Saturday? What's the Saturday special? Saturday. Oh, they have liver and onions. Not. Oh, they do have smothered pork chops.
I want smothered
Oh, okay.
steak.
This is definitely a go-to. They have filet of sole.
Girl,
You know how I love filet of sole.
you can eat that, right?
I can eat that. And they have butter corn. Why does that say underneath
Buttercorn?
there?
Butter bread or cornbread.
All right, they're slamming here. They got lots of stuff. They have oxtails too.
Oxtails. You like oxtails?
You know, I've had them once. They were pretty good.
I kind of eat them sometimes, not all the time. Oxtails are too oxy.
It takes
I'm
some
just
work to eat
teasing.
them.
It is, huh?
Wow. They have some Mississippi burgers. All right. Well, hey, Mr. B's, 4549 West Imperial Highway.
I think that'd be a good place to
You
go.
want to give them
A
a call
nice.
as well?
We're gonna call them right now.
Here's their phone.
I don't think we need to call.
We shouldn't call.
No, fair enough.
Remember the last time
Remember
we
last
called
time we was calling
somebody?
people, they're all pissed off and
They
shit.
got mad at us.
She's
I
like,
mean,
you
like-
what show? I was like,
I mean, like, that
Next
was
radio.
I remember that.
Remember that?
That was with the
Escort service.
No, that wasn't escort service. That was the
Was it?
sleep service. That was
The cuddle service. That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
the cuddle
like,
place.
the cuddle service
Mhm.
where like you can pay somebody
You can pay someone to cuddle.
to cuddle with you.
I think that's a great profession.
Cuddling?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but I just think it's a great
I
profession.
mean, like.
I mean, how much cuddling do you have to do to like really? I don't know.
You better hope that like the person that you're cuddling with, is well trained and like literally tuned out to where it's like they don't let any type of like desires
Right.
take hold.
I couldn't just cuddle with a random.
I
Could you
know.
cuddle with a random?
No,
Just anybody.
no. I have to like know this person from just to, and like actually know them in order for me to even feel comfortable sharing the bed with them.
Well,
With family, that's
Well, that's
family.
different. I don't have problems cuddling with people I know, but
Lower that's strange.
just real random. The stranger. Remember, this was a business.
think-
You could just do it with just, offer cuddling services.
I don't know. I think you should be able to cuddle.
You should.
I mean, cuddle who you want to cuddle, but make sure that like you are cuddling.
You hear what she do as you please. Dang
You can make
it.
money.
Cuddle safety.
Cuddling safety. We should do a show on cuddling safety. Lori, I'm gonna jot that down.
Cuddle and safety.
But I don't know.
I have another question for you guys.
Yeah.
So there's been all this hype the past couple of weeks on TV about this new show, The Golden Bachelor.
Oh,
Do you guys hear about that?
I've seen commercials about it. The Golden Bachelor.
He's 71.
That's why it's a Golden Bachelor.
Right.
Because he's the oldest contestant to actually be considered a bachelor.
Okay, I missed that.
The Golden Bachelor.
How old? is
He's
that?
71.
71.
Okay, what is that's him? Does he look 71?
No, he doesn't look bad. That's him, Gary.
He
Jerry.
doesn't look 71.
But he's
Just-
71.
yeah.
And he's the Golden Bachelor. So this whole new whole new genre of bachelor. What do you guys think about that?
I think that is amazing.
Would you watch that? Like he's dating 20 different women between the ages of 60 and 70.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? What did I say?
I thought he would be,
Why you say it like that? You're
I
like,
thought they were trying to
oh,
bring him in with some youngins, not like those
No,
actually
no.
around his age.
They're his age. They're his age. I think the youngest is 60. And I think they go all the way up to their 70s.
That's actually
These women.
different.
Yeah, they're going for a different market.
Okay.
I'm taking it neither of you tuned in to watch.
Nope.
what about you, sis?
I did not watch, no.
And it's very best right now.
I did not watch.
Yeah.
I know.
I just thought that was an interesting take. It's been getting lots of media charge. I did see a
Was he getting
snippet.
more than Taylor Swift? For being
Oh, going to the
like,
football game?
Yeah.
And now the tickets for that Kansas City team is just skyrocketed
Oh, goes her boyfriend.
because she goes to the games and people want to go and see her there.
Goes to her boyfriend.
It hasn't been confirmed
That they're dating.
that she's dating Travis Kelce. It's heavily implied, but it's not confirmed. It hasn't been denied either. So it's just one of those. And then someone made a joke about it, saying that if they make one of those tapes, back on, I'll believe it.
Mm.
If you know the tape I'm talking about.
Oh, you know what, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah, back when someone made a joke about that. Talking about if they made a bleed tape,
That's ridiculous. I understand, but I just think that's ridiculous. Don't you think that's well, guess? I think that's
I
ridiculous.
get it as a joke, but it just to me that's just a very tasteless type of joke.
Tasteless joke.
That's just a like low under the bridge type of joke to actually make. Honestly, that's just one of those like yeah, it's there, but you really have to make the joke. Like really?
Right. That's another question. I just have so many questions tonight.
Tell us, girl.
What do you think is the craze around Taylor Swift?
One second.
Are you guys like big fans of her music?
No.
Did you no? No. Yeah, she.
I did.
She's like, what?
The main reason that I knew about her was when Kanye went on stage
The clown.
Oh,
I
and clown.
remember that.
Yeah.
and said,
remember that.
excuse me, I do not mean to offend, but Beyonce is the
Right.
greatest.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like the only reason that I know Taylor Swift, because I know like during her tour out here, like if we do the numbers for Taylor Swift tour, I think she made
Per show, Rashid, look. She had 72,400 people per show.
yeah, in fact, the tour could gross about like 2.2 billion North America, in American sales alone.
Just in ticket sales.
Yep, that one's just in ticket sales alone. Like
That doesn't include merch.
Yeah, the average attendance per show was about 72,459, and the average price of pre-sale and first sale tickets was $455.78. And she has 78 total shows out here in North America. And Elton John, like literally from his tour from 2018 to 2023, made over 887 million. So she made
Yikes.
2.2 billion. Meanwhile, I believe Beyonce.
She made a few bills, right? A few billion. I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah, like all in all, from the Renaissance tour.
Oh, man. So she only pulled in 579 million?
Yeah, making the
Yes,
highest
so
grossing
far.
tour by a female artist in history and the 7th highest grossing tour overall.
All right.
Alright. Let me see.
But then how is that? If Taylor Swift in billion,
billion.
how is this the highest in history?
Right. So
It's all they just be saying shit, dog.
Right,
I mean,
it's
come
not.
on.
It
I'm
can't
just trying to
be.
understand if that's right. Unless I read those numbers from 579.
That's
mil.
lower than 2.2 billion.
Right, so how is the
let's
highest?
actually.
Or maybe it's the wording.
Okay, hold on. Let's actually look at it from a actual
We're
perspective.
going to do a side-by-side comparison.
So the conservative estimates of the report regarding revenue likely to be generated, that's likely. So by
So that's
and
not
Beyonce
what was
have
generated.
so far tailed up. Beyonce's tour currently sits at 579 million, and Taylor Swift's tour has already exceeded
See? So how is it?
1.4 billion in sales.
What's the am I tripping?
I'm
I'm not
lying.
tripping, no.
That's the same data we just saw, right? Her.
All right. Right, and then just like the report continues, conservative estimates indicate Beyonce Renaissance World Tour
God
can
bless
gross
America.
between 275 and 700 million, while more aggressive forecasts are calling for the tour to outgrow Taylor Swift's potential record-breaking run.
Maybe over time.
Yeah, thus far, 23 is trending towards being bigger than 2022, with Taylor Swift Eras Tour leading the way with what is shaping up to be the highest-grossing tour of all time. Estimates currently sit at about $1 billion in gross sales, though the first half of the year, the Eras Tour grossed a little over $300 million.
So this data is a little dated.
It's a little dated. It's because again, they're speaking in estimates on
Right. I think this came out before the tours actually started.
Actually, no. In fact, these are technically up to date. It's just that, because like these are modified literally yesterday. So they've been going at it, and they're set to generate a projected revenue of more than $5 billion and $2.4 billion, respectively, in the near future. And they still have more dates on their tours. Because I believe Beyonce still has like a couple more dates this year. The Eras Tour, like in fact, she's gonna be back on tour October 13th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you literally have Taylor Swift on the 13th, and then you have the 18th, 19th, 20th, 25th, 26th, 27th. And then going into November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So basically, she'll be in Florida, then to Louisiana, then to Indiana, then to Toronto for the literal last leg of that November.
So we're kind of saying that the overall projection
Yes.
is that Beyonce will gross more
Yeah.
Over time.
Yes. Back, for this year.
Gotcha.
Because the numbers
Either way.
themselves don't make sense right now.
Yes,
Because
right
right
now.
now,
Yes, I don't understand.
literally just off of what she did out here, like you already had Taylor Swift over like 1.4 billion, and like even when Beyonce came out here, like she's only at 579 million, and that's what's been tallied up just based off of butts in seats.
Got it.
And I would think that's including merchandise, which the Swifties were out here. The Swifties,
Right. Remember that night,
the
y'all?
Swifties were literally holding up
They
traffic.
was not.
They were
effing
holding up
around
traffic.
over here in Inglewood.
Absolutely.
Literally, they were out here
Right. That's
Like,
a good thing. Right.
all throughout the week.
Yeah, I think it helped the
Help the
Inglewood's economy.
It definitely
right?
helped the Inglewood economy, but it's just like, what a lot of people don't like to talk about is the whole gentrification. But it's like, that's another.
But is that not going to happen? Am I wrong for that?
I mean, like it's.
It is what it is. We not going to change.
It is what it is
How we
at
gonna
this
slow it
point.
down?
I think it just at this point, we just have to get the money. Sadly enough, to be able to afford to stay out here in Inglewood, get jobs out here in Inglewood, because jobs are going to be opening up, and jobs are still opening up out here in Inglewood with everything that's coming in. Because you still got that new movie theater that's over there.
The
right?
new fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Fancy, smancy.
Right.
Is that opened yet?
The movie theater, yes. The movie theater is open. It opened right in time for the Barbie Oppenheimer hype.
Oh, great.
Those were
Barbenheimer.
great films, by
Yeah.
the way, in my opinion.
And then you have the new Clippers Arena that's should be built and ready to go next year. Into a dome arena.
Is
yeah.
Nothing. I mean, but we needed something. But is it like when the stadiums was built like up north, like for the Raiders or for the Rams? Is that gentrification too in those neighborhoods? Just wondering. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the construction of the stadium qualifies well, maybe it does qualify as gentrification, but I think it's more
Mostly because it's
moving out the
Yeah.
the people that
Right.
are currently there.
Right. Basically, if I go, with everything being built up, you want to make sure that the neighborhood that's around it is quote unquote safe.
Right.
Safe.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So basically what they do is that if you're renting, they're gonna jack up the price of rent to
Just
the point that like you can't actually afford to actually stay there. So then you're forced to move, you're forced to leave.
Right.
And then that complex that you were staying at gets bought out, torn down, built back up, looks all fresh, all look nice, looks clean as possible. But then the price of that is doubled to where like basically middle class and upper class are like the main ones that are like the main target
That you could do.
for that actual property. And then they'll move in.
Is that bad? Is that bad, Lori Ray?
Yes.
In the grand scheme of things, yes.
Yeah, I'm just
Mostly because
good radio talk show host.
mostly because of
No, I'm
of
just saying.
what we have built the Inglewood identity upon.
I would.
Back on my we've built Inglewood off of Black excellence. We built Inglewood off of the Black dollar. This is the same way in Compton. Back on my mom, they tried to gentrify Compton.
Yeah. Yeah.
They tried. Again, I say they tried.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Long Beach, it's half and half because it's just
Right.
like you have a literal mixture of people that live in Long Beach that are from white to Asian to black, Hispanic, just all mixed into one little pot that makes up Long Beach. You will have certain sections where it's just like, oh yeah, that's the black neighborhood. And then you go into another section, that's the Asian neighborhood. You go to another section, that's the Hispanic neighborhood. You go more toward downtown, you're going to see a mixture of races, but it's just like it's majority of one. It's a majority of one going towards like downtown, going towards like the Pike and like the Lighthouse. But my fact, if you are successful and you are a minority, you can afford to live out there. Like and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a well-off member of society within our community in order to have a somewhat decent living. But at the same time, someone can be working the same job as you, have a different ethnicity as you, but yet make just that little bit more.
That's true. I don't know, guys. It sucks. What do you guys think?
In terms of gentrification,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that does suck. It pushes out the people who have lived here, right?
Right,
And they can't afford to move back in.
Right, so they basically push them to a corner to basically say, yo, if I go on this little corner, you could have your little quote unquote gang activities over here. That was the main target of gentrification, which was the gang violence and the uprise in all this violence that was going on. That was the main target of it. Now, the main way that we can combat that is to no longer make a target.
What you mean?
Basically, like we've seen, like nowadays, how like we've had like leaders of gangs. They would be in a boxing, fight, just to settle things, to just square things off. Put them up with the ones and not with the guns. or so the actual slogan goes. You don't see that a lot, but it's there, and it's slowly getting there to where it's just like you're not seeing as much gang activity. That
Is this in the city of Inglewood?
I would say more the city of Inglewood, but I'm just like, I can't really speak on like gang activity in total, mostly because back on it's not really, you know, televised back on when anything that negative happens with a gang of affiliation that's outside of Inglewood. Like you'll still hear the, you know, crazy things that happen because, again, crazy people will do crazy things. That is a given. Like if people want to try to rob a McDonald's, they will try to rob a McDonald's. If they want to try to crash their car over here in front of King Studio, that literally just happened today. They will crash their car in front of that King Studio.
Wow.
Right there.
Isn't that crazy? Lord, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, and that brings up another idea or topic. Is your thoughts on the wave of these smash and grabs?
Okay.
Why do you think that is a
gotten-
proliferation now, right?
They're looking at it as
Louis
a
Vuitton
Rico-ish
has always
kind of a
been
thing.
there.
What are you thinking, Rashid?
I mean, okay.
Is it post-COVID? People are...
I mean,
needing
it could
money,
be
you know?
post-COVID. It could also be seen as
refugees, other jumping to the borders,
that
shipping
know.
people
I think-
across to a whole nother state. We don't want you here.
I don't think it's
DeSantis.
that. I mean, like, it could be seen that way. Like, that could be a scapegoat. But I think just overall, like, people know the law and what they can kind of get away with. Basically, if they steal, okay, say for example, the Louis Vuitton can only report if they've had to this mark of like money of value stolen. So basically, if they smash and grabs are smart and actually, you know, grab, you know, like certain specific items, to where it's like they don't, you know, tip the scale of,
Right.
oh, like they've hit this quota for what we have to now account for. There's not much they can do about it, and the security guards, they can't stop you.
No, it's just organized crime, sissy.
Yeah, it is. I think it's interesting that, I mean, you know, humans, we've always known the law. The law's always been there, right? But I don't think we've ever had this collection of individuals, 30, 40 people,
right,
getting together to run in and
it's strategic.
smash,
They'll know, like,
strategic, right.
what departments to hit,
Right.
how to hit those departments. Sometimes makes me wonder if these are some inside intel.
That's
assistance.
interesting. That's
Boy.
providing that feedback, right?
I mean, like, it could.
Because sometimes it's seamless for these people. They just hit it, boom, boom, boom.
Well, they do. They hit it. I mean, like, I was watching one. I think it was in Texas, and it was like 40 people just ran into, I think it was a Nordstrom's, and just grabbed and ran out. So do those 40 people talk to each other
Again, yeah.
to say we're gonna smash and grab this
Just
spot?
like a team of us, and at this time we're gone.
All right, so
And they're not going to be able to grab us. I think that there's no. The consequences are very low.
mostly because it's like
If you get
like,
caught, I
if,
think it's like nothing really
It's just
happens to you.
Yeah,
right,
I'm sure.
right. So basically, what you stole, wasn't enough for you to get like a major crime sentence. That's basically how it's seen. So police are looking
But
for
stores are reporting $400,000 worth of merchandise gone.
right,
But you're saying it's not like one person didn't take all of that.
right. So it's just like that's like the main thing, because it's like unless you can prove that literally everybody that participated in the smash and grab know each other, are in connection with each other, or in the same neighborhood.
They have to be. Not just 40 random strangers just decided to hit a joint.
I mean, like, they can be organized, but they don't have. But they don't have to
I
know
do
each
think
other.
they're
Right, that's what I'm
organized.
saying. So there has to be a nucleus.
Well, if we're organized, we know each other.
You,
We don't
whether
have-
it's on
know
the
each other,
internet,
it's just that I have
a
I
word
have an
came
awareness
out.
of you.
I know that we're going to
Right?
do this
As far as
on
that
Thursday
goes,
at
but-
10 o'clock. You have to know
Right.
that.
But
And you have to
as
know the
far as
address.
Names, no.
Right.
Names,
but you got to know.
you don't have to know that.
Yeah, no, but you got to know where to go.
Yeah, like you can know where to go. You can have code names, but that's where that ends.
But you know. But for that moment, whether that's acting or you know them. Like for instance, when I'm
Yeah,
in your
you
play,
know
when
them,
I don't
right?
see those
You
people
know
all the
them.
time, but for when I'm acting, when I'm doing, you know, when I'm being the Dutch witch with these people, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this just happened where the birthday party
crazy.
told
It's
investigators
wild.
that multiple subjects entered the business with hooded sweatshirts, masks, and carrying hammers.
That's cold blood.
Now,
Now
when
you're
you-
beating people up with hammers, sis.
Yeah. They beat up another a lady downtown LA. She was
Yeah.
like 70.
Oh yeah,
And drug her across the floor.
Why? Just on general.
Because she was
principle?
trying to pull the guy out of her cash register.
You had that
That's-
shit.
Yep, yep. So
I can't fight you. And then she regrets that.
Yep,
Got 'em
he
all.
socked her right in the eye. Poor thing. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I think it's fascinating. And I do think, Jackie, as you say, probably the use of social medias, may help spread the word to get this out. I think it is the times of which everything is so high and expensive.
Gas, my dog, is over $620.
Yeah, eggs.
Hey, come on. How you gonna be
$8 a
It's
carton.
ridiculous.
It's just crazy.
They say the Bidenomics is working.
Bidenomics.
Bidenomics.
it's funny that they like to blame all the things that happen when
On
it comes
Biden.
to just like gas prices going up or gas prices going down on Biden.
Right.
Like Biden doesn't necessarily influence what these companies do.
Bidenomics. I don't know,
He's
guys.
just a scapegoat that people like to go to,
Okay.
especially now that we're getting into election year.
So speaking of election year, I have a couple things. We can do the Speaker of the House about Kevin McCarthy, but I would like to know, what do you guys think about let me make sure I get it right now. The ex-president, number 45,
Agent 45.
has shared secret nuclear submarine intel with his friend / homeboy, a billionaire Australian. And they were just chopping it up at Mar-a-Lago. And he is sharing with his friends top secret nuclear war secrets. What are your thoughts?
I am not surprised or shocked.
He's an idiot.
Because for him, it was not about leading a nation of people. It's about his own personal ego, his own personal power. And he really, in my opinion, wants to be a dictator. So it's all about boasting and showing off. So I'm sure he's probably told more people than just this one person from Australia.
Right, so now that's what's happening. You know, more investigation most likely will be launched.
I mean, like I think that the trial is still ongoing right now. Like, I'm pretty sure the actual trial is still happening, where it's just like they're still uncovering.
And then another thing, because in these politics, have you guys heard about Senator Menendez and his wife and
Yes,
the gold,
and the gold
bars? and having over $500,000 hidden in clothes. I
In
thought about their
clothes?
clothes. Remember people had my clothes. That's why they didn't get
As
all
long
the
as
money.
a Mercedes.
And did you know she killed someone?
Who, the wife?
Yes.
No.
In a Mercedes in 2018.
She
19.
hit them?
Yes, vehicular killed someone. Nothing happened to her.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh,
You see that?
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Have you ever heard of such a thing? But of course, he won't step down. Everyone, the
No,
Democratic
but
Party-
you know, he's been charged or accused
Before.
of this before. That's why he won't step down.
this is his not. This is
This ain't the first rodeo.
no.
It's not. Girl, I think it's just with social media and all this stuff. People been doing this the whole time. It's just coming out now.
He's in cahoots with Egypt.
Yeah, and he's getting paid off. And I'm sure if you investigate a lot of them, they're getting paid off.
Paid off when they start digging.
They're getting kickbacks, but nobody's digging.
Right. Mostly because it's just like, do you want to out open those can of worms and expose
What?
your...
Yeah, he pissed somebody
As
off.
I just been saying.
He pissed somebody off.
Right, because it's like, that's what happened if, say, for example, you would try to go investigate that. There could be someone knocking on your doorstep, leaving a box in front of your house.
I think about 7. Oh, won't he?
The movie?
Yeah.
He's pretty comfortable. You got people giving you gold bars.
Girl. And then you talking about you been had
Come
him.
on.
And there's
Gold
serial
bars.
numbers and he got his fingerprints on the money.
And he's been doing that. He's been doing it. He just got caught doing it.
I know. It just, yikes. But we'll
Yeah,
see
because
what
I think
happens.
we the low man on the totem pole, the everyday Joe, right? We think these people are representing our interests, that
No, they
they're
don't.
taking this to heart, right? But they're just really playing politics.
Yeah.
I
I'm doing
mean,
what's
why do
best
you
for them.
think we've had some of these politicians that have been literally in office since Jim Crow?
Right.
It reminds me of Feinstein. She died.
I know. 90. It's beautiful, right? Voted the day before for the whole House Speaker ejection, if you will, to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. But before that, they were talking about shutting down the government. So,
Right.
I
that
just-
was October 1st when they...
yeah, they got very angry with this guy. So they're still talking about the witch hunt against him, looking for a replacement. Most likely would be very interesting if that. But Jim Jordan, first Trump said he was going to be it.
He can't be it.
He said
He's not an elected official.
was going to be Speaker of the House. But then now he's changed his mind, and now he's supporting this Jim Jordan guy. Pretty interesting.
It is. I don't know.
And
which way
he
things
was
are
in
gonna
court 3 days this week.
go. Oh, he was.
For the New York State fraud case. Way things are going is suspected that he may not be. What's at stake right now is whether or not he and his sons will be able to practice business of any kind in the state of New York ever again.
Oh, wow.
So because of that, he felt that he was just gonna go, and he wanted to be there. So he was there the first 3 days, making havoc. He had a gag order against him, challenging the judge moment by moment, and it has been just a complete circus. So
Did they put him in contempt yet?
not yet. And so I don't know. That's what I say, right, when you're going to do something. But the judges are starting to, going through the process, the protocols. And then there was an interview with Hillary Clinton this week about the party. And she just was stating that
About the Democratic Party?
Republican and
Oh,
how
Republican,
divided
right.
they are within themselves. And then there's like your normal, or shit, whatever you want to call it, your run-of-the-mill Republican Party participant. And then you've got the Trumpians. And those are the ones that are the MAGA, right? MAGA, tuna, tomato. Those folk. make up, part of that. And those are the ones she said is just a cult. They just
She
follow
called them
him.
a cult.
She did. Did you hear
Okay.
that? She called it straight up a cult.
I didn't hear her comment.
Yeah, she said you got to call it what it is. And people need to stop or realize what they're doing. Yeah, I know. YanksRadio.com. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good reporting.
I agree with her. I think that that we, the public, need to call it what it is.
Right.
And I think it is very,
you want to
very
shut
much
down the government.
cult-like behavior.
Shutting down the government was going to mean that many of these people was not going to have any money. You're not going to be able to pay your military. You're not going to be able to pay people. But you're willing to do that in the sake of what?
Because you're playing
Being ugly.
politics.
Just being ugly.
It's like, whose junk is bigger than the other person's. That's what that is. It's not about the livelihood of the American.
No. So because you're mad that McCarthy had to go and get the Dems, you had to get in cahoots with the Dems to do what you needed to do to keep the government open, so then they get mad, and then 2 days later you get ousted.
He's
is
ousted.
the word.
Yes. He was ousted, which has never happened before.
In American history. So what does that tell us, people? Where are we? Who are these people? Is this Massimo?
I know who are we as a nation.
Massimo? What's cracking?
I don't know. And to tag on to that, all of this striking.
People, it's like,
It is. You got
tired.
so much.
People are what? Tired.
They're tired.
What do you think about the striking?
You got
Brigitte?
Kaiser striking.
The UAW striking.
Man, like
Biden visiting.
these individuals that work in Kaiser, they're working basically 24/7, 7 days a week, to make sure that the daily emergencies that the American citizens go through on a almost daily or hourly basis are actually taken care of. When it comes down to it, they're striking because they feel like they are underpaid, which I can understand.
A lot of them, they said they were living in their cars because
Right,
they can't
and
afford the
like-
gas to drive back and forth.
Right, because
I didn't hear that.
I did.
no, because it's literally a waste for them to try to go home just in case they gotta be on call to come right back, and it's just like there are times where it's just like they don't get to come home for like maybe weeks. They don't come home like very often as you might think.
Right.
So it's just like they would need to honestly hire more people so that the workload isn't as overbearing to where people can actually take breaks and actually have an actual sort of lifestyle to where it's just like they don't feel like it's just work.
Got me working day and night. You
Literally.
should listen to Michael, huh? Let's do that. Actually, can we do that?
Yeah.
Working day and night.
Okay.
Because that's a nice little uplift. Us to pick us up and take us in. And
People say they're
freestyle.
not going to be working day and night anymore.
No, I don't blame them. I've been
They're on the picket
gotta
line.
cut back.
They can't.
COVID has changed the face of working, in my opinion.
I think it has.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, my honey, you got me working day and night. Ooh,
been working day and night. I used to love that song so hard. Then you need time to relax. And you need to get your mind. What Daddy say?
Get your mind
Get
right.
your mind right. And I think it is a holiday this weekend. What's Monday? Monday is
It's
something.
a work day for Lori.
Some holiday, guys. Don't y'all know? It's something coming up on the 7th because people, 8 tomorrow. On the 9th, it's some sort of holiday. You don't give a darn? It's a Columbus.
I'm looking.
Is it,
Indigenous People Day.
yeah, I figured it was. Yeah,
Which
see?
can also be known as Columbus Day. Again, my employer celebrates neither. so-
Okay.
Yep, that is Columbus Day. That is Columbus Day.
There you go. So in honor of that, I think we should party, right? I'm gonna party for the indigenous people because my family's that.
All right.
What do you think?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right.
So above. You came into my life and showed me one thing for sure. With love, nothing is certain. You got to go for it when you feel it. Everybody needs somebody to love. Choose you, baby. So let's make that move right now, baby. You only go out once in a lifetime. Make that move right now, baby. So natural to give in to feelings deep inside when love is due. And I knew something was missing, 'cause I feel brand new. And motivation's in my heart whenever I'm with you. So girl, whatever you do, just remember, love is emotion. You got to hold on tight when you know it's right. Everybody needs somebody to love. And I choose you, baby. So let's make that move right now, baby. You only go out once in a lifetime. Make that move right now, baby. The longer you wait on love, the more you leave it out. Why don't you make that move? Make that
Make that move. Lori, make that move. How you felt about those? So that was a great medley.
It was a great medley.
Thank you, Rashi.
Very upbeat.
I really appreciate those amazing skills. And look at us. Time is of the essence. And we talked about make that move, got me working day and night. But before we depart tonight of our amazing conclusion of our first episode of season 8,
Yes.
I want to talk about Tupac's killer,
Oh.
Keefe D.
I didn't get the name
What do
of
you,
the
what do you,
person.
they've arrested someone.
I knew
Rashi.
that someone was
Right,
arrested.
they
I need to know, what do you think about that?
Okay, so this person has been arrested in the connection to the murder of Tupac Shakur.
20 years later.
27.
27 years.
27 years later. And it was like,
So how did they find him now and not 27 years ago?
Did we know already about Keefe D people? Did we?
I don't even think we really like knew about him like until like really now. Back on because I'm like, he wasn't really with Suge, he wasn't really with Dre, he wasn't really with anybody that was actually associated within like West Coast hip hop.
But it had to do with that fight at that MGM Grand.
Yeah.
And he and Pac beat up and they jumped his nephew and stomped him.
Yep.
Beat him. So that was Keefe D's nephew.
Oh.
So they came back and did what they did. And now he's arrested. But
So
it
what did
doesn't
they find?
matter,
Did
I
they
guess,
find
at this
like
juncture.
a gun or what? What?
It's brand new. What are the evidence that
What's
got
the
him?
evidence?
Right. It's all breaking.
Because they obviously always knew
about
that
him.
there was the
What'd you say?
MGM fight, right? And the
Right.
stomping down of the person. So I'm
And
interested
the
in
medallion.
the new
This is
information.
big. What do you find, Sheet? Suspected killer makes. See, oh, there you go. Look at the court appearance. Okay, let's read.
Okay.
It is fundamental. We got what, 1 minute?
Let's see. We got 4 minutes.
Okay.
A self-described gangster who police and prosecutors say masterminded the shooting death of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas in 1996 made his first court appearance Wednesday on a murder charge. Duane Keefe D. Davis, 60, stood shackled wearing a dark blue jail uniform and plastic orange slippers. He was scheduled to be arraigned on the charge Wednesday, but the hearing was cut short after he asked District Judge Tara Jones to postpone the hearing while he retains counsel in Vegas. Jones scheduled the arraignment for October 19th. Davis was arrested last week during an early morning walk near his home in suburban Henderson. A few hours after his arrest last Friday, a grand jury indictment was unsealed in Clark County District Court, charging him with murder. Grand jurors also voted to add some sentencing enhancements for the use of a deadly weapon and alleged gang activity. If Davis is convicted, that could add decades to his sentence. Man,
He's already 60.
basically, he got life. Los Angeles-based attorney Eddie Fowle told the Associated Press in a brief phone call after the hearing that he is David's longtime personal attorney and is helping him find a better lawyer.
What?
I have worked with him for more than 2 decades. At this point, I do not have a comment. David denied a request from the Associated Press for an interview from jail where he's being held without bond.
Wow.
Davis has been a long-term suspect in the case and publicly admitted his role in the killing in interviews ahead of his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend. There's one thing that's for sure when living that gangster life. You already know that the stuff you put out is going to come back. You never know how or when, but there's never a doubt that it's coming. Davis' own comments revived the police investigation. This is it. This
is
the type of shit that I'm talking about.
Talk to me.
When you snitch on yourself.
Shut up, Steve.
When you snitch on yourself.
Was he boasting, maybe?
We've had these rappers snitching on themselves in these rap lyrics.
His own comments revived.
Revived police investigation that led into the indictment, police and prosecutors said. In mid-July, Las Vegas police raided Davis's home, drawing renewed attention to one of hip-hop music's most enduring mysteries.
Wow.
Prosecutors
That's
allege
crazy.
Shakur's killing stemmed from a rivalry and competition from dominance in a musical genre at the time with Doug gangster rap. It pitted East Coast members of a Bloods gang sect associated with rap music mogul Marion Suge Knight against West Coast members of the Crips set that Davis has said he led in Compton, California.
Anyway, we know how that went. What'd you say, sis?
He just looks familiar.
Don't start with me. We're going to be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. The Poetry of Justice show. Are we out of time? You know what I'm saying? Don't start with me. Yeah, those days over at Uncle Big's.
Yeah.
All right.
We're out.
We're out.
Thanks so much.
Good night.